welcome to Against All Live Sports Radio Show. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy.
Bruce B. Smooth Ballot.
All right. So today's show is sponsored by Capital Wealth Property Group. Matter of fact, let me hit you with this. Are you a business who needs business credit? Do you need financial resources? Do you need a business consultant to approve your development, goals, organization, structure, marketing, promotion, and financial strategies? Would you like to know our techniques for free flights, hotels, stocks, dining, and free Lyft rides? If yes, call for a free consultation at 216-816-2020. It's the Credit Connoisseur. That's 216-816-2020. All right, we back. So, like I said, if you want to get your business credit, check out Capital Wealth Property Group. Go to owncapitalwealth.com or text BIZ to 216-816-2020. That's BIZ. Text BIZ, B-I-Z, to 216-816-2020. And we will set up a consultation for you so you can check out the business credit. So, first things first. I know y'all checked out the games. I know y'all seen the college games. I know y'all seen everything. But we're going to get straight to it. Ohio State versus Georgia recap. So check it out. So Ohio State lost 41-42. And I want to bring out a key element real quick before we kind of get into it. So listen to this scenario. Third quarter, 35 seconds in the third quarter. 38-24 Ohio State. What's in your mind at that point?
We got to score one more time.
One more time?
One more time.
Okay. So, with 35 seconds in the third quarter left, 38-24, going into the fourth quarter, you try to at least leave with at least a field goal, right?
At least a field goal. Yeah, that means they need 3 scores.
Right. So, you good. You get 3 scores, you up, and you control the clock from that point.
Control the clock, yeah.
So what happened was in the fourth quarter, we did totally the opposite. We got us outscored 18-3. 18-3 in the fourth quarter. So that just lets you know how things could turn real fast for a team. You have to be on it. You have to be knowing the clock management. That's when it comes to being a coach. You got to know. Situational football, as they said. So what was your thoughts about Ohio State's offense?
Offense finally looked good since the Michigan game, but I was like, man, we got to get one more touchdown with that 14-point lead. I said we just need one more touchdown because Georgia, they're gonna come rolling back because that secondary of Ohio State is gonna get torched.
It's been suspect all year.
And it did get torched.
Man, you know it was coming sooner or later, though. You know it was coming
they had the same thing. This Michigan had them chunk plays. You know, they didn't have no drives. They had them chunk plays. And that's what got them. Like, you're going to give up. You give up a chunk play to the tight end. You give up the chunk play to the receiver just was running wide open.
It was.
Say, where was the cover 2-man under? You know, 2 deep safeties or something. You know they got to pass. They're down by 14. They got to pass to get back in the game.
Right.
And they're not ready.
No, they wasn't ready. Not ready at all. Well, you know how that go. They wasn't ready. Ohio State go end up losing the game. That's how it normally go.
Yeah.
So if you ain't ready, that's what's gonna happen to you. The team, you're not gonna win. Just face it, you're not gonna win at the end of the day. So, like I said, the key stat to me was the third quarter, 35 seconds. In the third quarter, you got a 14-point lead. You got to get at least a field goal to control the game, and then just run the ball at that point.
You know, regardless that they did not get the refs on their side at the end, Georgia put Ohio State in a position that if the refs did not say anything, it would be in their favor. But we didn't put our offense in position that the refs didn't say anything would be in our favor. So the one thing we did, what we shouldn't have done, as you said, was throw the ball as often as we did. We should have been trying to control that clock, run the ball, take time off that clock. Even if it was just taking 40 seconds to snap it, run that clock off.
Yeah.
Don't these quick snaps and quick plays. You run that clock down.
When you in that situation, like you said, and you up 14 points, in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm about to try to run the clock out as much as I can. We're going to run the ball. We're going to do short passes. We need that going on the field. We want that clock to keep running.
Right.
So we're not even really trying to throw the ball.
No.
We're not really trying to throw the ball unless necessary, but we just trying to run the ball. We got some good backs that we can run the ball with.
Yeah.
So I just think he had a Stefanski moment or something, man, when it came down to it. And I understand Marvin Harrison Jr. Was injured, but we still balled out.
Next man up. Got to be next man up.
Next man up for sure.
It's supposed to be Old State. We're supposed to have a bunch of 5 stars on the bench, so somebody should be able to come in and take that place. But you can't count on the refs bailing you out.
Nah,
you gotta make the plays.
Gotta make the plays. That's what you're there for.
That's what you're there for. Yeah.
You in the bowl to make the plays, man.
Bowl to make the plays. That's what you came to Ohio State for. The big game and the show in the big game. And
yes, sir.
The Georgia Bulldogs did.
So Michigan was the first upset. And, TCU they gave them a punch right in their jaw off the top. What was that? That pick six?
Yeah.
It started off the snowfall. It was ridiculous. And it was so funny because we see Michigan trying to come back and then they lost. So we like, cool, Ohio State, we should get this. We got this in the bag.
That's right.
Let's get this upset. And then we failed.
Hey, 10 more yards. Hey, look, guys, we got to get these 10 yards so we get a good field goal position.
They
got nothing.
What's up, Tank?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, man.
Happy New Year's. Yep.
So we was just talking about the Old State Georgia game, and I pulled up a key time and stat. Third quarter, 35 seconds in the third quarter. We up 38-24. Then we go into the fourth quarter and only come out with 3 points. That ain't good.
Yeah, I mean, there was the obvious what happened when they took out Marvin Harrison Jr. That's when everything turned bad. They just couldn't hold on and pull it out. And Emeka Egbuka did as much as he could, and CJ Stroud too, but it just wasn't enough. They needed Marvin Harrison for the whole game.
Well, I'm going to agree with you, but you know what they're going to say. Next man up. And then on top of that, we had bad clock management. We tried to throw the ball too much in the fourth quarter too. We should have controlled the clock. If we lose down the receiver, we definitely should have tried. Our best player, we should have definitely tried to run the clock out on them. At least get that field goal.
Yeah, they weren't really successful running the ball as much as they normally are. I know they were without Travion Henderson, and that's their main running back. I mean, Mayan Williams did his thing, but and so did CJ Stroud when he could. But their defense was stopping us on that run a lot.
That's cool, but we still got to run that clock out. We up 2 scores, so.
Oh, you talk, yeah. When you're up, you want to try and run the ball a lot.
Yeah. We was still trying to pass the ball too much, and that gave them more time to come back and, set their drives up.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just felt like it was bad clock management with the coaching staff. I just felt like they could have handled that fourth quarter a whole lot better. And I'm not taking away with the refs not giving us calls and all that. That played into it too. But the main course meal, in my opinion, was the bad clock management. We should have ran that ball no matter if you lost yards or gained 2 yards, 3 yards, whatever the case is, shorten the game up. So we can win by at least 3 points if we could win. Because I feel like we could have definitely got a field goal, or 2 field goals at least. We at least could have got 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. But
Yeah.
of course, one we missed, so there it is.
Crucial.
The main one, yep.
Yeah,
Blake Hobby. I was like when they made that out, or when he kicked that ball, I was like, man, Blake Hobby would have definitely made that kick.
Yeah, well, we live in the woulda, shoulda, coulda era now with the Ohio State Buckeyes. So next year, I guess it is what they say. Gotta wait till next year now.
Yeah. At least it was a good game, though, man, back and forth.
Man,
Good game all around. A lot of people were saying that was the national championship, because whoever came out of that first game wasn't going to beat any one of these teams.
I don't know. TCU's gonna put up a fight. That Dugan is tough.
Yeah, but Ohio State has never lost to TCU.
Always the first time, but that Ohio State team would have problems. TCU's up.
I doubt it.
And Duggan.
I mean, they would have had some problems, especially if Marvin Harrison would have been out, but I think they could have handled them.
Well, it ain't going to be no handling because TCU.
Yeah.
Well, we look at
it. Unfortunately.
We didn't handle Michigan, so.
Yeah, we could have played TCU.
Exactly. My point exactly.
But that secondary week, I don't think it would have made a difference. I think it would have made a difference.
Yeah, secondary is weak. All right, well, let's get to the next subject at hand. Cavs won 2 out of the last 5 games, and they play against the Bulls tonight, and they're 2-0 against the Bulls. The Bulls won 3 out of their last 5 games. Bulls are 16-20. Cavs 23-14. Cavs second in the Central, and right now we just on the wrong side of that 2 out of 5 right now. But both teams have beat Milwaukee though, just recently. So who do you think pretty much will win this game?
Didn't we just beat the Bulls last week?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know we just recently played them. I didn't know we were playing them again.
Yep, tonight, 7. Actually, right now.
Yeah, it all depends, man. If Darius Garland's playing or not. They said he was questionable with.
His hand last game.
Yeah, he was out that game.
Yeah.
But we got everybody else. And Rubio getting ready to come back next week or week after.
Mm.
So who you got?
I think that we should be able to beat them.
Garland out.
If he's out, I don't know if he's out or not.
Well, I'm just predicting without even knowing the facts. I just feel like we was gonna win, regardless if it was there or not. So I just feel like the Bulls are not good this year. Period. DeRozan is not the same as he was last year. Not saying that he's not a good player, but last year he was like MVP potential, right there. Potential. So
yeah.
So I feel like the Cavs will win this game. I ain't gonna say they're gonna blow them out, but I feel like we still got a shot to pull out the 3-0 against them. And then we play them, I think, in February, and we should sweep the series. What you think, Bruce?
I hadn't seen the Bulls this year. I know compared to last year, we had problems with last year's Bulls. So you're saying that they're not playing that well this year. I'm good with the Cavs.
So Garland is out. I see it at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, that's a concern. But being home, somebody else have to step up. So I'm gonna take the Cavs.
Yeah, I mean this is when y'all say what's his name, Mitchell. Y'all say Mitchell's a superstar. So now you got to do some superstar things.
Yeah.
So
somebody else gonna have to help. So the other guys should help, and he doesn't have to be superstar. He just be the leader.
Yeah, sounds about right.
This team, like you said, this team doesn't need a superstar on your team to beat. You can beat them with a good team. So He should only need 30 points or 20 something, high 20 to beat this team.
And the other thing, Mobley out too. So
Mobley's out too.
yeah, Mobley's out too.
I might have to change my point. I'm gonna have to go with Bulls. No,
You going with the Bulls? I'm still
no Mobley and no Point.
I'm gonna still go with the
I'm
Cavs.
gonna go with Bulls.
I'm gonna still roll with the
That's our young phenoms.
I get that. I understand that. But I feel like, and I ain't saying nothing about Mobley. I just think Mobley could play better, a little bit more better. And I know he's still young. So I think him not playing really not gutting us. It is gutting us on some rebounds and some potential play. But it seems like the Cavs not running the offense through him anyway.
So who's gonna step up? It's gonna be Mitchell. The Mitchell night 40 points. And LeVert 20 and Chetty.
LeVert and Mitchell has done that before.
LeVert Mitchell and Chetty.
Yeah, you got some other.
You got Dean Wade back.
Got some other players, so I mean,
Do we get Dean Wade back?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure, in my opinion, that they can still win this game. Bulls is not that.
Yeah,
they're not that
I thought we
good.
had Dean Wade sighting.
They're not that good this year.
Hmm.
I'm rolling with that. They're not that good this year.
Not that good this year.
Yeah, this year they're not that. Last year they was pretty good. And Wade is still out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw the Dean Wade still out. He won't be back until like probably next week.
I'm gonna go with the Bulls.
All right, you rolling with the Bulls. Who you rolling with, Tank?
Oh, I got Cleveland. I think they got DeRozan and that Masuno. I don't know how to say that guy's name, but he's pretty good. And Vujicic just came back, but he hasn't really been all that great this year. I think Mobley and Jared Allen will take care of them.
Mobley out.
Mobley out.
Okay, so Jared Allen and Robert Lopez will take care of them.
Lopez.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Man, Lopez gonna come
I'm
in.
with you on that, Tank. I still think we could beat the Bulls. They're not that great this year. They're not that good this year, and I believe we still could beat them. With as long as we got our all-star player, maybe superstar player Mitchell out there and supporting cast, I still think we could beat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm concerned about Mobley being out and him.
I'm not. I mean, the offense don't run Mobley. Not saying that he's not an offensive player, but the offense really run kind of through two people. Hey.
That means Kevin Love will be stepping up tonight, and Cedi Osman.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, so let's get to the meal, man. This is the meal we've been waiting for. Before we talk about Browns, what was your take on Deshaun Watson, 169 yards, 3 touchdowns yesterday?
Man, he looked real bad in the first half of that game, but then he came out on fire.
Yeah, 169.
Oh, that was 169.
169 yards.
Only 100, but he had 3 touchdowns though.
Yeah.
What was your take on him?
Yeah, I agree with Tank that he didn't. I give him a C the first half, and then I give him a B. Give him a B plus.
Well, my take is, I feel like never mind. I give him a C. I get into that later on about Stephon. So let's get to the recap. Browns versus Commanders. Browns won the game 24-10. Chubb 14 rushes, 104 yards. That's about 7 point something a carry. So Chubb was looking very chubbish. So that's what we needed from him.
Without a lot of carries.
That's good. That's actually better because you're still preserving him. And he looked good with the less carries with the more yards. So that's what we kind of want to see anyway. And then let me tell you something. I'm going to let y'all two talk. Wentz won the game for us. Y'all good. Y'all go ahead and talk now.
Yeah. That was good news when they said Carson.
Hey, you know what's in my mind? Because I thought Heineke was playing.
Heineke would have been some
Heineke
trouble.
actually in
He
a
would have
little
been
bit trouble for us.
Yeah, if he would have been
I didn't understand that at all. Ron Rivera is better than that, man. He is
that
to
just
make that decision before that game in the middle of the week was dumb. That you don't do something like that. You stick with the guy who's winning you games. You don't go to some guy who's terrible.
That's obvious. Wentz's record
Yeah.
2-5. And
the dude is a terrible quarterback, man. That's all he does is throw interceptions.
A losing quarterback from a winning quarterback to a losing quarterback.
Man,
that's just as bad as when the Browns went from Hoyer to
Johnny Manziel. I was thinking the same thing.
We were 7-4,
and then ended up 9-7.
Football. I mean, that's just obvious. Going from a good quarterback to a bad quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We got somebody saying that Watson looked good. He will be better as he continue to play. True that.
He's gonna look
that's why he's shaking off that rust, man, from 2 years, 2-year absence.
Yeah, that was a game. That was a game that's supposed to. But you know what? That's a good defense. Not as good as Pittsburgh, but that's still a good defense.
Yeah, with Chase Young and Sweat. That is a really nice defense.
Very nice defense. So for the Browns to play with how they did against that defense, that said a lot.
Yeah. And you know what else that I noticed in that game? Wentz gave us the win, man. Thank you, Wentz, man.
I mean, did you not think Wentz was you thought Wentz was going to come in here and just tear us up?
No, actually, I didn't think he was.
His arm is torn.
I didn't know he was going to play.
Well, I didn't know that either. I was like, man, we got to deal with Heineke running out.
I said, Wentz playing? Oh, good. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. I'm like, oh, good, because he's been terrible since he left Indy.
Because, I mean, he tried to run out the pocket, but he got caught. That would have been a different ball game with Heineke. So I was like, yeah, we ain't got to worry about spying Heineke and him taking off. So
yeah, Heineke's arm is not strong, but at least he's a little bit more. He's accurate than him.
Yeah. And he's going to take off and make plays. Yeah.
So what do you rank the Browns' offense yesterday?
We mean rank them in the whole
the game?
No. I give the offense a B.
A B?
I mean, I give him a B. Game.
Wow. B. Yeah, I give him maybe. Yeah, I can't take too much away from him. You know, a B.
I mean, he didn't turn the ball over, right?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, no turnovers. Nobody fumbled, no turnovers. Hey, that's a good game. That's a B. Now, if they scored in the 30s, we'd say, okay, great game. And he threw for 250. But he threw for 160, no turnovers, no fumbles, and he had some good run plays. Gave us a good glimpse of what this offense can gel to be.
Right.
I mean, and like we said, that's not a shabby defense. So to put 24 points on that defense, I don't think people were only averaging 14 points on that defense.
You're right.
Anytime that you can get your star receiver to catch the ball only 3 times for 2 touchdowns and 105 yards, that's a good game. That's a really good game.
That combination, Deshaun,
to Amari is awesome.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But he's also starting to. You see throughout the weeks, the past couple of weeks, he's starting to build reps with DPJ too. He even had a touchdown.
Yeah, when he did that drag across the middle.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a nice little nice read. Right, I
mean, we get us another deep threat with Amari Cooper.
And it's a shame.
I wouldn't even say a deep threat. We just need someone to play the slot, kind of like how Jarvis did.
We need somebody
like a speed.
He got no hands.
Oh, he's gone. Anthony Schwartz, he's gone. They tried playing him in like 4 games this year, and he failed in all but 1. And I think he's gone this offseason.
Man, he gonna cut himself.
Yeah, he just gone. He's not even gonna show up. No
should
call, no call, no show. He's done.
He did that. He been doing that. No call, so.
Well, I mean, gone for what? He's a third-round pick.
Man,
Yeah.
It don't matter what round pick he is.
So you're not gonna pay him.
He's a no-round pick.
You're not gonna pay him a third-round pick contract.
No.
So,
I mean, his contract would be up next. His rookie contract would be up next year, so they could just.
But you know,
wait it out.
They leave 50%. They end up leaving out the league, and the other 50%, they work hard someplace else and make themselves.
Yeah, that's true. So I do agree with that.
We'll see what happens with that situation. So, real quick, y'all, what do y'all think about the special teams as today?
Special teams, nothing special.
They're getting better.
I give him a B. I mean, he hit his kicks, and no big punt returns, no big kick returns. So
yeah,
no hiccups there. I give him a B. I mean, nothing great.
All right, so let's move from that then. Browns defense, they say you got to give credit to the defense.
With Carson Wentz, they did what they supposed to do. We give them a B.
I mean, yeah, you got Grant Delpit looking good. Denzel Ward had a touchdown. Looks like he also got another concussion.
Denzel Ward, he shut down McLaren.
I mean,
he shut down McLaren.
You got Wentz as your quarterback. You gonna be shut down too.
You should be. But I mean, we could easily let him beat us like Mariota.
But Mariota's better than Wentz.
Nah, Mariota ain't no better than Wentz.
Yes, he is.
How is Mariota better than Wentz?
Because Mariota gonna run the ball. He gonna run.
Mariota only start. This is his second season only starting.
Man,
after he got benched his first season.
He's still better than Wentz, man. No. He ain't throwing 3 interceptions.
Mariota
get sacked 5 times.
I think Mariota went 8-8 with
Man, we ain't talking about 8-8. We talking about right now. Wentz.
Mariota ain't better than Wentz. Mariota sucks too.
I mean, he better than Wentz.
Yeah. I would take Mariota over Wentz, definitely.
Exactly. You would take Wentz over Mariota right now?
As a backup?
Right now.
I take Wentz.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. You want to lose.
I ain't got to pay him that much.
Man, you want to lose.
I'm going to lose with Mariota.
I mean, but you gonna at least you lose with dignity.
I mean, only way Mariota win one is they got added on the Browns game.
Man, listen, at least I lose with dignity.
I thought Mariota was pretty decent, but after the Browns game, they went slowly.
Man.
See, Wentz had one good season. That was his rookie year, and he almost won Rookie of the Year. That was it. He hasn't been the same since that. Injuries has plagued him, and then he come back and he can't play no more.
We that's why he went Division AA because he couldn't take hits at Division.
Yep. What was he at San Diego State University, wasn't he?
Nah.
All right, look, this is what y'all do. Go to your Google account and then type in Marcus Mariota and look at their stats, and then you look at Wentz stats and tell me whose stats is better.
You don't even have to go look. You already should know.
He probably has more wins than Mariota. Mariota only been playing. Look,
I'm talking about this season.
It's even worse that Mariota.
Hey, no, listen. I said this.
Oh, this season.
This season.
Wentz was 2-5.
Okay.
So now he's 3-5.
Okay. You mean 2-6?
He's 2-6.
Oh, he's 2-6.
Yeah, you trying to give him credit.
He's 2-6.
You giving him too much. You're giving him too much credit.
Mariota's won games.
Exactly in Atlanta, even though he stink too, and he got benched by what's his name, Ridley. Right?
Yeah, Ritter, Daryl Ritter.
Ritter, I'm sorry, yeah, Ritter.
Yeah, Ritter.
Cincinnati Bearcats.
Mm-hmm. Well, only thing Ritter did was
he made
neither
one would be backup on my football team, so forget it.
Yeah, Yeah, him and Jerome Ford was tearing it up with each other yesterday.
All right, so let's get to it then. Got the Browns, Steelers today. So we know last night the Steelers one game away from a playoff seed, possibly. They have a couple of things go their way, and they might.
Anderson, Pittsburgh.
So what happened, guys? What happened with the Browns? Like, how did we not? We looked better than Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh got a chance to get into the playoffs.
We know the difference.
Too many mistakes.
Coaching.
Do we have to say it?
Coaching.
Say it again.
Way too many mistakes, too many coaching mistakes, too many injuries.
I mean, it's not.
And it goes all the way back to knowing that Watson was going to be out and not getting an actual quarterback to take his spot for the 11 games.
Coaching and franchise.
Hey, Tank, you can't blame it on
because you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't coach a bad quarterback to win games who's never won games. Belichick, the best coach in the NFL, couldn't do it with Brissett. So what makes you think Kevin Stefanski was going to do it?
You got Trubisky and a rookie.
Hey, Tank, you looking at a team that
Trubisky and a rookie, and you lost the best defensive player.
You lost the best defensive player. TJ Watt for about 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
And you still
you
still in contention.
Still contention.
That's coaching.
That's coaching and franchise.
I didn't say it wasn't. You guys didn't listen to anything I just said. It wasn't just coaching, but coaching had a lot to do with it.
We heard you. You got all kind of things.
No, I said coaching and the fact that in the beginning of the season, when Watson got suspended, they didn't go after an actual quarterback that could take his place. Jacoby Brissett could not win. Everybody knew that before the season started.
If he went to Pittsburgh,
everybody wanted him to win because they signed him here.
In Pittsburgh.
No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have. He has not won anything for 7 years, man. That dude should have never been our starting quarterback ever. That screwed our season up. That screwed our season up.
You don't know who's coaching Pittsburgh.
Hey.
I don't care who's coaching Pittsburgh.
He's a winner.
Belichick is the best coach in the NFL, hands down. The best coach in the NFL, and he couldn't win with Belichick. Come on now.
He would take any player you gave him and still have a winning season. They took
No, he wouldn't. Brissett would have not done anything.
One winning season.
Hey, listen, real quick. This is the point I'm gonna make.
And the franchise doesn't know. They got identity. There ain't no identity.
So listen. I'm gonna be real with you.
It was the best season he's had, but he still didn't do enough to win games.
He's not supposed to win the game. Your coach is supposed to find a way for him to win.
No, the coach isn't on the field. The players are on the field.
He didn't blow the Atlanta game. He didn't blow he didn't blow.
That goes back to defense.
He didn't blow the New York game. He didn't blow.
That goes back to defense. We were winning those games, and we should have won those games, and the Chargers game.
So he goes to Pittsburgh where he has the defense. He wins those 3 games.
Exactly.
And he goes to Pittsburgh where he has a franchise to expect to win. They're going to run the ball. There ain't no way he's going to give it. He had Chubb on that team. He gives up
every play.
He's playing to give Chubb the ball until you stop it.
Hey. It's coaching. I'm gonna keep it real with you. This
you gotta do is look at Pittsburgh's coaching record. 3 coaches in 30 years. A franchise with 3 coaches in 30 years. In Cleveland, 30 coaches.
We're not saying that Jacoby Brissett. Listen, we're not saying Jacoby Brissett is a good quarterback. We're saying that if he went to Pittsburgh, they will actually win because he would just limit his passing and run the ball.
Limit his passing and ran the ball.
Well, they don't have anybody that can run the ball. they gave up on Najee.
They even had a Warren. Who is Warren? Where he come from?
I'm gonna tell you. Well, listen.
Najee Harris was hurt.
And listen to
Most
this.
of the season.
And listen to this. Why we blow our potential chances to get to the playoffs, and they didn't. Coaching.
But let's be fair. Their coach has coached almost 15 years. Our coach is only in his third year. So why would you expect him to be a better coach than the Pittsburgh coach? There ain't no way. Plus, he's got 2 Super Bowls? No, he's got 3 Super Bowls.
No, you gotta remember. Most people gonna say, "Oh, he won Coach of the Rookie of the Year, Coach, whatever he did, Coach of the Year."
Wait a minute. 3 Super Bowls, and he's on a franchise that's only had 2 coaches before him. And how many owners? The same owners. Forever. And what's their identity? Defense and run the ball.
Which it should be all right.
Which is the same identity year after year, going all the way back to Terry Bradshaw and the Steel Curtain. The same philosophy for 30 years. And you talking about you couldn't go win. You kidding.
Like I said before, it's Stefanski coaching. He's not a good situational coach.
It's Stefanski and the ownership here.
But if y'all want to keep Stefanski, I mean, that's cool too.
Do you think Pittsburgh will go and get the 4th best quarterback who's short to go be their quarterback? No way.
Are you talking about Baker?
No. You ain't getting no Baker Mayfield.
Well,
You see, and Pittsburgh is so smart, they went and got a young guy who's played in their stadium all his career, and they watched him and they knew what he could do, and he fit their system, and they even gave him the keys, and what did he do? He'd get him maybe to the playoffs. And then play quarterback carousel. Quarterback carousel. But what's the common denominator? The same coach, the same franchise.
Right, because you can switch coordinators, right?
You can switch. They don't switch coordinators.
Yeah,
they don't switch defensive coordinators.
We seen Dick LeBeau leave.
We had their defensive coordinator.
We seen Dick LeBeau leave and come back, leave and come back. A lot of times in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh, what do we see? Every dang year. Defense. Every dang year. Run the ball. For 30 years, we've seen the same formula. Defense and run the ball.
Hey, you know something sad and depressing to think about? Yeah, I will tell you, because I know it, so you should know it too. Jimmy Haslam came from Pittsburgh. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's why
he knows.
Playing games
he knows.
And bring that Pittsburgh mentality instead.
I was gonna say he was with them for like 10 years, and he knows what their thing is and how to win. How did he come here and completely look like nothing?
Because they don't come.
Terrible decisions.
They come to Cleveland to make money. That's why. Pittsburgh fans will have a fit if you lose them. They're not falling for that. Only Cleveland fans. Oh, next year, let's fill the stands. Let's buy all the tickets. Here we go. Oh, we got a great team. Yeah. Prices go up. Boom.
We already know that.
We
already know it's going to be 0-16 and 16.
We saw the same thing. We said, okay, if we won 11 games, it's going to be a great year. I said, okay, we done seen this before. All right, we'll find out. And what happened? Oh, man. We done seen this before.
Well, let's talk about the other franchise that we beat, and they got a potential pass. I said they going to the Super Bowl, but Cincinnati, they know how to build their teams too. So.
Well, I'm going to say I'm going to go for the upset in Cleveland. Our offense is not the Ravens' offense with Huntley running. I think it would be more of an offensive threat on Pittsburgh. And all
right, so hold on. So let's get these predictions real quick. Let's get the predictions real quick. So this is the last prediction of the year for For the Browns, that is. All right, so Browns, Steelers.
I'm on 24-20 Browns.
24?
24-20.
24-20. What you got, Tank? Tank?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. I was on mute. 31-16.
Browns?
Browns, yeah.
31-16.
How many points did Pittsburgh score yesterday?
Was it 19? Was it 19?
No, I don't remember.
No, it was 16, I think.
Yeah, they only needed a field goal to tie the game. Yeah.
Defensive game, though. Okay.
That's because you had a rookie quarterback and you had a backup quarterback who with no receivers.
All right, so here's my prediction. Deshaun Watson gonna throw for 3 touchdowns. That's 21. Chubb gonna run one in. That's 28. Field goal 31. So 31 to 31-20.
So
Browns.
now look at the way Pittsburgh, the Ravens yesterday, they stacked the box and dared him to pass. You can't dare Deshaun to pass.
Exactly. Because he gonna eat you up. We gonna see.
And they barely beat them. Now, and Calais Campbell's out, and Baltimore had some injuries, but they barely beat them. You got a Browns team that's clicking, and
31-20 Browns.
got a quarterback coming in his own. So yeah, I think we can upset them in Pittsburgh.
31-20 Browns.
We're gonna spoil their playoff.
Yeah, they don't deserve to go to the playoffs. Not with that team.
No.
But I mean, if they do go, I guess it was coaching again.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out who the better coach is this week.
Listen, Stefanski, man.
We're gonna find out who the better franchise.
Stop playing Madden, man. Out there. Stop playing Madden football, man. Put the joystick up.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else is kind of funny also? Is these two are going against each other, and they used to work together back in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Tomlin was the D coordinator, and Stefanski was their player personnel guy at the time.
Well, so it's Stefanski was under Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the teacher versus the student again.
Yep.
Well, Belichick finally lost to one of his students. Who was that? This year.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati.
Hey, man.
Cincinnati Cubs.
So real quick, y'all, before we get off, who do y'all think is the sleeper for this year's Super Bowl? If you was to pick a sleeper to go to the Super Bowl, who would it be?
Chargers.
I have a sleeper, but at the same time, it can't really be a sleeper because they're doing so well. I said if the Buccaneers or the 49ers don't go, it would be Philly.
They ain't a sleeper, though.
I'm gonna say the Chargers out of the East, and out of the West will be Dallas.
That's your sleepers.
Yep, those are my sleepers.
I'm gonna go with the 49ers on the NFC. I think they'll be a good sleeper.
Oh no, I changed mine. Go ahead.
The 49ers, and out of the AFC, Jacksonville.
You crazy.
Hey, that's it. Hey, sleeper.
Definitely sleeper. Well, I'm taking out of the West.
I can't say Cincinnati.
I'm okay.
Right? Hey, I can't say Cincinnati.
Out of the West, I'm taking Green Bay.
Can I say Cincinnati? That's not a sleeper, right?
I take Jacksonville. I'm gonna take Green Bay.
That's not a sleeper if I say Cincinnati.
That's a sleeper. These are two. Definitely Jacksonville and Green Bay are definitely sleepers.
There you go. Now them sleepers.
And the Chargers sleepers because none of them are.
Yeah, Chargers definitely ain't in nobody's formula right now.
No. But they starting to click.
They are.
And they got all their receivers back.
And it's unfortunate.
And Rodgers and his receivers are starting to click, and his defense is clicking.
Aren't they playing tonight? The Rams and the Raiders?
No, they played yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, Buffalo and Bengals play tonight.
But
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The Rams and the Raiders because it was the Chargers and the Rams.
Chargers and the Rams. That's right.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield didn't look good.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Well, them are some good sleepers. I mean, you know Jacksonville ain't gonna win nothing, but
Tank, say who's your sleeper, Tank?
Mine wasn't really a sleeper, but I've said all year that San Francisco and Tampa Bay were going to be fighting for the NFC Championship.
I would say Tampa.
And then Philadelphia was my sleeper.
That's not a sleeper.
That's not a sleeper.
But that was at the beginning of the year.
Hey, Tank, I agree. I agree with you with the 49ers. I'll pick them as a good potential sleeper. Nobody's talking about their defense is crazy.
Yes, it is.
Their defense is wild.
So who's your sleeper in the East?
I was gonna say Miami, but they fell apart. I don't really have a sleeper because I've been saying the same two teams all year, Buffalo and Kansas City. I don't think Jacksonville got enough.
That's why they'll be a sleeper.
Yeah, but I still don't think they have enough to make it that far.
Miami could be a sleeper because
this would be their first time going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
They need another year or so.
Well, Miami wins, they're in, so somehow they gotta win. They ain't gonna win with no Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what they say though? Kansas City #1, Buffalo 2, and outside is Cincinnati for the AFC. That's the way they got it ranked.
I like Kansas City, Buffalo. I mean Kansas City, Cincinnati, Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean we know maybe one out of them three. We just don't know which one. But Kansas City actually is clicking. Like Heidi was gonna lose the spark, man. He's playing actually better.
Kansas City and the Bengals are clicking.
Yeah.
Buffalo's been struggling.
We'll find out tonight. In another hour, they play.
That's right, Buffalo and Cincy.
Well, not even another hour. Another 30 minutes, probably.
30 minutes, all
right. All right, so we got our predictions. We got our sleepers for the Super Bowl.
What's your prediction? Anybody's prediction? Buffalo, Cincinnati tonight. Where are they playing?
Cincinnati gonna win tonight.
Where are they playing?
I think Buffalo wins that game. Well, they're both in, so they might not.
Let me tell you why. Cincinnati at home, and if Cincinnati win tonight, they tie Buffalo.
I'm gonna take Cincinnati because Cincinnati's
they got the high
healthy. They got all their backs. They got all the receivers.
And they're at home. I think they play a little bit better with they back against the wall, knowing they got to just win one game. They're only one game behind Buffalo, though.
I think the factor is Mixon. You got Mixon.
Yeah, Buffalo can't run the ball that well.
They don't have. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have any.
They picked up another back, but their running game is not as strong as some others.
It's gonna be a close game, though. I ain't saying it's gonna be a blowout.
It will be a good game, but I still think Buffalo will win that one.
If Buffalo's defense shows up,
they normally do.
And they can check Chase.
But it's hard to rattle.
If they can check Chase, it's
hard though. You got Boyd still.
Is Boyd back?
He might be.
He back. He played last game.
Yeah, he's gimpy.
Oh, okay.
That hand.
He's gimpy.
But just think about it. Just think about Burrow. Think about it. Burrow has you see them go against Tom Brady. You thought it was over.
Buffalo defense shows up like they did earlier this year.
You took out Patty.
We'll find out. But I
took out Patty too.
I like Cincinnati.
I like Cincinnati.
I think I'll probably be rooting for Buffalo. It's because Cincinnati's in our division. We don't want to win.
You know what? I like Josh Allen, so that's like the quarterback I wanted to draft instead of Baker Mayfield.
Well, I wanted Lamar, but I thought that was unrealistic. Next choice was Allen because I like the fact he could throw the ball to 70 yards, and we had we had OBJ, and I knew that combination would have been deadly.
Man, that'd have been sick. OBJ, man.
I think we had OBJ and we still had
We did.
What's his name?
We did.
Yeah.
We got cut. Not showing up.
You hadn't cut him yet. Yeah.
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. We had that. I was like, man, I was gonna be a nasty combination.
Remember, we got cut in preseason.
And that's why we had OBJ, Josh Gordon, and what's his name in the slot?
Landry.
And Landry. That's right. We were salivating. We were like, oh my gosh. Best combination.
Never could get it right, though.
Never could get it right.
Josh Gordon, man. Josh Gordon was potentially like the best receiver in football at one point.
He was. Can get off with them jobs, man.
Somebody said the Bills is a stronger team. It'll come down. You know what? The Bills is a good team, but Joe Burrow, man, he got that it factor, man. He showed me that this season, man. Number 3 in quarterback. He the number 3 quarterback. If you go check his stats.
I mean, it's really a draw between those two teams.
Yeah, it ain't no blowout.
Like I said, with Mixon healthy, I think that's the deciding factor because that'll give them the run game they need.
I just need y'all to score. Both teams to score every quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
I need those teams to score every quarter. That's it for me. I don't care who wins, to be truthful with you. I just need you to score every quarter, both teams.
You just need points every quarter.
Yeah, I don't care if it's 3-2. That's all I need.
Yeah, I don't care who won either. I ain't got no FanDuel going, but that's right. Betting legal now.
That's right. That's the
In
first
Ohio,
of the month.
as of yesterday.
So whenever the Cavaliers are down like 14, 16, 18 points, do you guys ever get worried? I know I don't.
I do in the third quarter.
Yeah. If they down early, we come back sometimes.
Third quarter and fourth quarter, definitely.
Whole game almost. So
That's what we've been seeing, the lack of defense as of late.
Kevin Love is starting to shoot threes, and he's bringing us back into the game.
How many points?
Donovan Mitchell. Oh, sorry, wait a second. Donovan Mitchell also starting to shoot threes and whittling that lead. Wow.
What's the score?
That quick, it's down to like 11-point lead now.
Cavs are down 11?
The Cavaliers were down 14. But, yeah.
All right, fellas. So, anything y'all want to say before we get up?
Me, no. I didn't have anything. Just be safe.
Bucks are gone.
Happy New Year.
End of the Brown season. Go Cavs, man. That's the only thing we got really to root for.
Yeah.
Go ahead and spoil Pittsburgh season.
Yeah. You know what? I'm a little bit mad at the Browns, but that's okay. That's another conversation, man.
We didn't expect that much this year. Come on.
No, but you got to think about it, though. You ain't expect that much out of Pittsburgh. They ain't in position.
No, I didn't.
Exactly. So that's why I'm pissed.
But I didn't expect Tomlin just to throw in the towel. If Tomlin was going to find a way to win, he was going to find a way.
I mean, we expect them to throw in the towel, but we should be better than them. Yeah. On paper. Just think about it.
We had a Tomlin, we would have been.
You're right. You're right about that. That's a true statement. That's a true statement, man.
I'm willing to give Stefanski a chance. He's young. I don't want to start with nobody.
Maybe Stefanski just let him just coach.
Let him coach. I have no problem.
And go get the defensive coordinator and the offensive
I'll
coordinator.
get the D core out. Just get the offensive coordinator and get us some more coaches. And with the full quarterback, I think the team will buy in more. You know, because I think on any level, I don't care if it's Pee Wee, you don't have a decent quarterback, it ain't gonna work. Because if you got a quarterback that's turning the ball over, can't get his team in position, the players don't want to play on any level. So
you don't want no bums.
You don't want no bums. Yep. Then little kids don't even want to rather be on no quarterback who can't throw the ball.
Yeah.
So you need a quarterback, and they got a quarterback now.
All right, everybody. Happy New Year's. We're gonna see y'all next Monday. We're gonna see y'all next Monday. We're gonna hold it down. Win.
Go Browns.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. See y'all. Y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Oh.